In Hampshire, the traffic cops are at the sharp end of the epidemic of drink-related accidents. PC Phil Hunt is on the M275 motorway, all too aware of the need to spot impaired drivers before it's too late.
I might need to have a look at that car there. It's a really bad bit of driving.
He's even got eyes for them in the back of his head.
All of a sudden I'm aware of this car that's coming up behind me far too quickly, and he slows right down and tries to tuck in further back behind me. It's almost a bit of a game really. I then move lanes as well so that I can slow down even more and get behind him, because I want to look at him, look at his driving.
One look at his driving is enough for PC Hunt to bring the game to an end.
He's coming absolutely hoofing up behind us, this bloke. Realised and stuck his anchors on. Really, really obvious in the rearview mirror. So,
on local channel. Is that 100?
Hello mate, alright. Jump out a moment for me, please. Is it your motor?
Yeah.
Yeah? Come back on over the side here. And that was an awful bit of driving.
Oh no, sorry.
What was it all about?
No, I was going about 70 and I see that I was going too fast and just thought I'd pull over a bit.
What have you had to drink at all today?
I've had, today?
Yeah.
I've had about, out the whole day I've had about, I'll be honest, about 4 Fosters.
About 4 Fosters?
And about a Budweiser.
What, pints, cans, bottles?
Bottle of Bud, 4 Fosters.
Right.
And about 1 Jack D's. JD.
Okay. Have you drunk any?
That's all day, that is.
What's your first name, please, mate?
Michael.
Michael. Michael, have you drunk anything in the last 20 minutes?
Yes.
Right, okay. When did you last have something to drink?
About 45 minutes ago.
Right, that's not in the last 20 minutes then, is it?
If the man had only just had a drink, any breathalyzer result could be misleading.
Right, okay. You have failed the roadside breath test. Okay, it's gone to red. And I'm now arresting you on suspicion of drink driving, okay?
Having failed at the first hurdle, it's time to phone a friend.
Cole! Cole! You've got to make your own way out. I've just been arrested. No, look, serious.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the kid's with me now, yeah?
No, I'm busy, mate, I'm busy.
Oh, you got to say?
No, I'm busy. Not only have I got my own things to sort out, but I'm not going to get distracted by some rubbish on the phone. The first thing we need to do...
I know it's wrong,
Sorry?
I know it's wrong.
No, we'll get the reading from the machine. You blow in the machine, same as you do the machine at the roadside. Yeah. You blow in the one at the police station, and then we'll take it from there, okay?
It's not accurate though, are they?
Sorry, the machine's very accurate.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What makes you say that?
PC Hunt has got a challenge on his hands. A wise guy who thinks he can get away with drink driving.
Because I know people in the same situation as what I'm now in.
Oh, right, okay. All right, well, whatever. That's the machine that we use anyway. It's Home Office approved device.
PC Mark Foster, a former military fitness instructor, is another traffic cop who likes a challenge.
There's always something somewhere that will come along, provide a challenge.
He may have just come across one, heading towards him in Portsmouth.
Just look the sort of vehicle that's worth a stop, really. You know, a bit of a gut feeling about the car. There's a car up there, the lights out. He's just done a left.
Making a left is an avoidance tactic the traffic cops are wise to.
Which either means he generally wants to go left or he just wants to get out of the way of us. Just going to have a chat with him. Hello, mate. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm alright.
Jump over here, my friend. Where's just stopping you? Yeah, you've got a light out, all right. You side of there. Is this your vehicle?
Yes,
Registered to yourself?
Sorry, yeah.
Registered to you, yeah. Have you got driving licence with you?
Yes, please, yeah.
Can you just show us to it, please?
No, you're not on me.
You're not on you?
No.
What driving licence are you driving on?
International license.
Right, how long have you been in the country?
Going for about 2 years now.
You've been in the country 2 years and you're driving on international permit?
I've only been driving for like 8 months.
Yeah, but you've been in this country for 2 years?
Yeah.
But where country are you from, my friend?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. And how long have you lived here, though?
The Nigerian man is another who seems to know it all about driving on an international licence.
You've been here for 2 years. so therefore he wouldn't be able to have an international permit. And I think he then came out with some excuse about the fact that he'd gone back to Nigeria and he wasn't here all the time. How long have you had the car?
Close to a year now, yeah.
Close to a year. So how were you driving it before if you only just had your international driving permit a few months ago?
I said I had it about 7 months ago.
He's been evasive, you know, you can see straight away, and he's just thinking, well, if I can be as nice as I can and try and get out of it without him doing too many checks, I might drive out of here in my car and not get done.
At Portsmouth Central Police Station, the clever suspected drink driver is facing further questioning about his driving.
Thank you. Erratic driving, M275. Stopped and breathalyzed.
He said to me, he pulled me over because he thought I was a dangerous driver.
That's right, and then you blew.
I wasn't dangerous driving,
Listen.
was I? Officer, was I dangerous
He
driving?
didn't say you were dangerous driving, he said you were driving in an erratic
Listen,
manner.
we're not,
What's an
listen,
erratic mean?
listen.
What's an erratic mean?
I'm not going to speak to you if you're going to
Tell me
get
what an
arrested.
erratic means.
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Thank you. What does erratic mean?
I wasn't there, I
What
don't
does
know what
erratic
you're
mean?
referring to.
So tell me what the word means. It means dangerous.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It means inappropriate, dangerous.
I'm thinking he's starting to resist. He's starting to formulate a plan about how he's going to effectively try and get off with this.
If he fails the next test on the intoximeter machine, he will be charged.
Hey? The best way of dealing with these people is just to be completely upfront with them. Don't give them any room for manoeuvre.
What happens if I refuse then?
You commit an offence.
Well, no, I don't commit offence, do I?
Yeah, you do.
No, 'cause I've got, in my rights, I've got to leave, what, 2.5 hours, 3 hours?
No, mate.
Yes. I have. No, I have.
That's not how it works, I'm afraid.
Oh, I think I do. PC, whatever your name is, I want to see it black and white. You cannot bullshit me.
So do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis, yes or no?
Yes, but not at this present time, officer.
In Portsmouth, the check of the Nigerian driver's details has come up trumps.
Yeah, I've got a match on those details showing born Wandsworth.
And all is not what it seems.
Born in Wandsworth? Right, so you're not born in Nigeria, you're born in the UK?
I was born in the UK.
Okay. His look on his face, I think he was rumbled at that point. And then, of course, it's then, well, let's have a driving licence check on him. And then, lo and behold, bang, that comes back, UK provisional. Let's not play any games now.
I'm not playing games
You
with
are.
you, sir.
You are playing games with me.
I'm not.
The score is, you told me you're born in Nigeria. You're not born in
You
Nigeria.
asked me
You're-
where I was from, obviously. I just
Well, you're
said
not from Nigeria because you're born in the UK. The international driving permit is for people who are not born in this country to drive in this country. It is not for people to just pick and choose where they want to get a licence from. Okay?
I've not lived in this country all my life, innit?
Well, that's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is you're a provisional licence holder, my friend. Now, why does he have a provisional UK driving licence? That's because he obviously cannot pass to be a proper driver on our roads. You need to get your provisional licence made into a full licence by passing your test. Okay? All right, that's what you need to do. And then you're legal, aren't you? Okay? All right, good night.
The Nigerian from Wandsworth has got a long walk home. His car is going to the crushers. Back in custody, the suspected drink driver is still pushing his luck.
I like people that only took the test, refused it all the way, and walked away. So just, I ain't been funny, show me in black and white.
No, listen, what we're going to do is I'm going to read some stuff out from the
I'm not going to
booklet.
listen to you, mate.
And
I'm
then,
not going to listen to you. I'll
if you've-
cooperate with you all night.
if you've
I'm
got
not
any-
listening to that shit. And
if
I'm
you've
not
got any-
showing no shit. I know 4 hour, officer, that I don't have to take a test for up to 3 hours.
it's not how it works, I'm afraid.
Don't try and make me stupid, because that's what you're trying to be doing for the last half hour and you're pathetic at it. I've always corresponded to what every copper has asked me a question, I've always corresponded to what they wanted. I've always...
What I want this chap to do is blow into the machine. The best thing for me to do is to stay cool, stay calm, go through the procedure, make sure that I've dotted the I's and crossed the T's. I warn you that failure to provide either of these specimens will render you liable to prosecution. Do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis? You either do it now or you don't do it.
You pressure me, officer.
No, I'm not pressuring you. I'm just saying you've got to decide one way or the other what you're going to do.
Yeah,
It's actually a requirement in law I'm making of you, and you commit
it's not though, officer, is
and
it?
you commit an offence
It's
if
not,
you don't do
officer,
it.
though, is it?
Yes, it is.
No,
Under the Road Traffic Act 1988, it is.
No, it's not.
Time's up for the not-so-clever after all drink driver. He's out of lifelines.
That's it. Offence is complete. He's failed to provide a specimen of breath. If they fail to blow into the machine, they're going to go to court no matter what.
In Cosham, near Portsmouth, PC Foster and PC Chris O'Connor have got their hands on the BMW.
Should we go down to Pompey first then?
Yeah.
Great for the whole range of work the traffic cops come up against.
So you cover everything from the roads policing side to general public order, assaults. You go to everything. So it's not just purely roads policing, you do cover a lot of other things.
And it's not an incident on the road they've come across first. It's a man on the pavement, struggling with a bike.
As we drove along the road, I just saw him come off. He almost fall off his pedal cycle. Whereabouts you off to now? Take this home, mate. Yeah, no, well, yeah, but mate.
Where is stolen?
Hey?
Where is stolen?
Well, if you're telling me it's stolen, then you'll have to go down to the police station to speak to me.
I'm just saying, if it's stolen, I don't want nothing to do with it, if it's stolen. I don't know what to do with it. I won't walk if it's stolen.
Whose is it?
I just rode it down here to get here.
Well, then why do you think it's stolen?
I don't know. I ain't never seen it for my life.
The bike could be stolen, but the man knows how to dodge the issue.
I already know your face.
See you?
You know my face.
I don't know you, mate.
I've seen your face before, mate.
Well, you might have done, but I don't know you.
I do know your face. You're young, but I know your face.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad that. I'm actually
You
your
know
age,
my
but
face.
never mind.
Look at my face. Benjamin hair. Jason Stanley. Think about it, mate. I know your face. I
You
know your
might have done,
face.
but I don't know you.
I never ever forget that face, mate.
Okay.
I forget names. Alright, never get face. And I know your face. You know my face, mate. Come on, you must know my face.
I don't remember you, mate. I don't remember you.
Talk to you, mate. You do know me. You do know me. You've been there. I know his face. He knows me. I know your face.
Fortunately, he wasn't wanted because I didn't really want to have to drag him back to a police station in the state he was in. You know, i.e. two sheets to the wind.
You right with me, yeah?
I do remember you
I'm
from
a
many
bit
years
pissed.
ago.
I'm a bit pissed, miss.
I can tell that.
Yeah. I ain't got lied to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know where I'm gonna lie to you.
I'm glad you're on that rather than a car.
I don't think you're
Listen,
stupid.
mate.
I don't think you're stupid.
It always seems strange, doesn't it? Everybody that gets drunk takes their shirt off. I don't know why.
You're going to walk it home for a second rather than ride it.
Now, will you?
I'll remember you next time, all right? Next time I'll say I'll remember you, all right?
Jason Stanley.
And nice to meet you, mate.
What's
all
your
right?
say?
My name's Mark. Mark, nice to meet you, mate. I have, I know. It's in the air conditioning here. Right, fella.
You lucky bugger.
You walk that one.
Bugger.
You walk this one back for us, mate.
I will.
All right. Don't ride it because you've fallen off once, and I don't have to come and pick you off the floor. All right, buddy. Yeah, you take
The
it.
diversionary tactic has paid off.
No worries.
PC Foster's new friend is free to go.
No,
Don't know where it
I'm
comes from. I swear down.
all right, buddy.
I already told you that enough.
Yeah, you look after yourself. All right, take care.
I'm on camera. Oh, you boys.
There's been a call for assistance with another driver who's been chancing his luck with a foreign driving licence. PC Andy Smith is on his way there.
It's right by the police station in Portsmouth. Some local officers have stopped a Chinese takeaway delivery driver who's been in the country for too long to be driving on his Chinese licence.
But nobody's going to miss out on their takeaway. PC Smith has happened upon something else that requires his immediate attention.
Mike Echo 15, I'm at Mile End Roundabout. I've just come across an RTI. I'll have to deal with this.
The RTI, or road traffic incident, has been caused by a car smashing into a van. Luckily, no one's been injured. Smith has wasted no time grabbing the man he suspects caused the accident.
What's your name? Steve. That's all right, Steve. At the end of the day, we're in the middle of the road and I need to make sure we don't get run over.
When I went up and spoke to him, he instantly disassociated himself from the vehicle.
I wasn't driving, right?
We can sort that out in a minute, okay?
Yeah,
at the moment, okay, I just need to sort out this.
Okay, but
one bit at a time.
You're not do me for driving, so you ain't got no chance.
The man claims to be an innocent passerby who's had a drink or two.
He claimed that he'd walked to the vehicle from the other side of the roundabout, no idea who the driver was, and was just trying to move out of the way. Right, until I can establish what's going on, okay, and about the driving, listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're under arrest on suspicion of driving with excess alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay?
I
I've arrested you. You don't have to say anything. It may harm your defence if you fail to mention, when questions on which you later rely in court, anything you do say may be given in evidence. Okay? I'm going to get you to have a seat in the back of this van. Can I
just get the phone first?
Where's the phone?
Okay. Just in there.
In that car?
Yes, please.
Why would your phone be in the car?
The man's just blown his whole story.
It was actually in the back of the car where it had fallen through from the impact. What's this in your pocket here? When I asked him where the keys were so I could help him move it, they were in his back pocket. So yeah, there's one or two things that linked him to the vehicle. There we go. Jump up there for us.
PC Smith is handing the man over for charging with drink driving. The BMW crew, PC's Foster and O'Connor, are still looking for a traffic job. One's come in, very close by in Hilsey.
Okay, because well, we stake 6 in 30 seconds. And we were literally 400 metres from where the accident or the collision had occurred. So we were there within seconds.
A car has gone out of control and ploughed into the central reservation on the London road.
Who's driving the car?
He was driving the car and he jumped out.
Right.
That man there. He drove out. We got another. Yeah, he was driving the car.
Right.
Thanks very much.
Was it go and take fingerprints off?
Hey,
Take it.
come here.
Right, what's your name?
mate.
Danny,
I'm not allowed to.
Danny, you said about Waterloo, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come over here, Danny. All right, let's go over here for a minute, Danny. Right, I'm not going to let go.
Danny is another local PC O'Connor knows.
I swear I'm not lying. I'm not lying this time.
All right.
I swear.
Okay,
She is sort of running me over tonight. I was there, right?
Despite the two girls' claims, the man also maintains he was just innocently walking by at the time of the crash.
The two females were telling me he was driving. He was saying one of the girls was driving, and he was stood on the pavement. Straight away, you're thinking, right, well, somebody's lying.
November 13.
Yeah. Danny, mate, I'm arresting you on suspicion of supplying a positive sample of breath at the roadside. You don't have to say anything, but in my army defence, if you do not mention when questioned, something which you later on in court, anything you do, say, maybe.
What we're going to do is we're...
It's unfair, mate.
Right. What we've got to try and sort out is who was driving.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
quickly,
I understand, mate.
Honestly, I swear on my life.
Right.
If you goes up that road there, right, north from
Right.
Parade, you look on,
Okay.
on the side of the road and they tried chucking cans at me.
Right.
As I run down the road because I didn't want no women or nothing.
What we'll do, we'll check his things out again in a minute, but I've got to go with the info I've got at the minute. If it bottoms out that you're not the driver, then that will be the case. You won't be the driver, but I need to do this at the moment. It's in his interest totally to deny any involvement with driving that car for obvious reasons.
Do you see what went on?
Yes, mate.
Who's the driver, mate?
God bless you, driver, mate. I'm sorry about that. I was coming along there.
Yeah.
And he was coming straight for me.
Basically, what we've got, mate, is those two women there and a bloke over there.
Yeah.
Any idea if it was the females or the male driving?
Couldn't see, mate.
We're all three in the car.
Couldn't see. All we could see was that car going flying up in the air.
You just said you're in the car. Now you're...
Both of us in the car at the time, and then we got out.
No. I walked up, right?
Yeah, Mark, I can see one. Can you say again? Apparently it's some form of domestic. They're all related within a certain degree to each other. So what's going to happen is he's been arrested for providing a positive specimen of breath because he's suspected of driving a vehicle. Those other two people, they're going to be breathalyzed because if all of them are drunk, then obviously if it transpires one of them is a driver later, we lose evidence by not dealing with all three of them. So we'll sort that out. What we need to do now is try and bottom out what's actually happened and why. So that's what we're just going to do at the moment. Girly keys, look at that around the gear stick, girly stuff in there. All three of them have been in this car. So at the end of the day, if nobody cuffs to be the driver, they can all get charged with drink driving.
All three suspects have blown over the limit and will be taken into custody. But this is not going to be an easy case to crack, with all of the defendants accusing each other of being the drunk driver.
Drink driving is probably the most highly contested piece of legislation that they're on the statute books. Almost every avenue of defence has been explored. Where the police officer didn't have a hat on, so he can't breathalyse me. It's to that extent, you know, where people have tried to get off of drink driving charges.
5 miles north of Portsmouth, there's been another crash. PC Andy Smith has got the call.
Yeah, my Techno Unit Police, 8pm southbound. 1 mile before the lead park turn off, a vehicle overturned.
Yeah, 1-5 towards.
It's on the motorway and sounds bad.
It was a serious accident. I could tell that by the amount of information that came in over the radio.
Northbound, we've got some picture reports as to whether it's north or southbound and 3.
When I first got out of my car, I was horrified at what I could see and what I could smell.
No one smoke, please!
You've got fuel, brake fluid, steering fluid, all flammable stuff all over the road, so it's a horrendously dangerous scene.
Right, I've got a vehicle that is totally trashed on its roof.
I thought we're onto a really serious accident here and it's not going to be very pleasant to deal with at all.
There's a total of 3 vehicles involved. The road is totally blocked and is going to be blocked for some time.
Smith has found the driver of one of the other cars involved in the carnage.
OK, do you remember what happened at all?
Yeah, I remember it all. Basically, just coming around the bend, it was pretty dark here, you couldn't see all of a sudden. In front of us was that car on its roof, and we just...
And you've hit him?
Yeah.
OK,
not a... Tried to change lane, but no time at all.
The car has rolled approximately 5 times. It's then ended up on its roof, straddling lanes 1 and 2, where it's then been struck by 2 further vehicles at pretty much head-on at full speed.
Incredibly, the occupant of the now virtually unrecognisable car managed to scramble out after it overturned, but before it was smashed into by the oncoming vehicles.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if there was a passenger, they were dead. The passenger is dead out of that, isn't they? Yeah, you're right. How the f*** does he live?
What was it anyway?
It is an Astra.
The lucky Astra driver is being treated only for cuts and bruises received when his car rolled over.
No, I couldn't believe that someone could have got out of that car. Don't know how they did get out. You know, it would have taken a contortionist to get out of that car.
The male suspect arrested after the crash in Hilsea is unhappy about the treatment the 2 women have received. Their preferential treatment.
Let's face it, you put them both in the back of the van together so they get this story together on their way up here, you know what I mean? And they were the 2 girls that's in the car.
Right, we'll make a complaint afterwards, Danny. Ideally, you'd love to separate them all out into completely separate vehicles, never let them get near each other. Reality is, we just haven't got that many resources sometimes. Deep lung full of air, lip round there and blow until you get it to there. I'll just tell you to keep going. Blow, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Only 2 of the suspects are re-breathalyzed. They've conceded the other girl was not the driver. Both have blown over the limit, but still neither of them is admitting who was driving, so the cops are no nearer to solving the whodunit.
We need to clarify it because we've got one person saying they're driving, the other person saying they're driving, so conflict of interest and we need to sort it out. The only way really is going to be forensics and interviewing tomorrow. See if we can get a straighter story.
Back on the motorway, PC Smith is getting to the bottom of why the man who had the miraculous escape rolled his car in the first place. The driver claims another vehicle was the cause.
Can you remember any details of the vehicle that sort of caused you to swerve or brake?
No, to be honest, I saw him for like a split second and then that was it, the car started.
Did you actually hit the vehicle or not?
No, I would have done if I hadn't slammed the brakes on.
What I'll do is I'll just get you to breathe into this machine first, okay? You need to take as much of a breath in as you can and blow until I say stop, okay? Off you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, stop.
The test is negative.
That's lovely. I really don't know how he managed to get out, especially as it transpires. He actually came out through the driver's window, which was the size of a letterbox. Between him getting out and those vehicles hitting, there's such a fine timeline. If he was hit as he was getting out, he would have been a fatal accident. Before you get checked out of hospital, or before you leave hospital, I need 6 numbers between 1 and 49, because I'm going to put them in the lottery this weekend. Because
You're a lucky lad.
Yeah,
okay, but well done. At least you're smiling about it.
Yeah.
With no witnesses to the initial crash, the cause will remain a mystery.
Details later, but you concentrate on just getting yourself well, okay? It would be nice to get to the bottom of an accident completely, but with no other evidence and no other witnesses to go on, it's very, very difficult to take the investigation any further at all.
Tonight's other major mystery, who was driving the car which crashed into the central reservation in Hilsea, is still no nearer to being solved either, despite a comprehensive forensic examination of the vehicle.
It's hard to establish exactly who is driving because people can obviously move around in cars, but I mean, even a fingerprint, if you could get a fingerprint on the steering wheel, there's nothing to say that somebody hadn't leant over on the passenger side and touched it, so it wouldn't be 100%.
There were no forensics in the vehicle, no fingerprints, no DNA. And just because a fibre from somebody's clothing might be found on the driver's seat doesn't necessarily mean that at the time of that crash they were driving. So it's frustrating.
After further interviews, the police could still not place any of the suspects in the driver's seat, so no drink driving charges were ever brought. But the toothless driver whose mobile phone gave his game away was found guilty of drinking and driving and disqualified for 28 months. The M275 erratic driver was also found to be driving without a licence. He was banned for a year for failing to provide a breath sample. The Wandsworth-born Nigerian was stopped 2 months later and was caught trying to drive without a proper licence again. So, once more, he had his car seized. More fortunate was a young man who escaped from the decimated Astra on the A3M.
That's where I must have crawled out of.
And last time you saw this, it was upside down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the dark and in the rain.
Someone loves him, I know that much.
It's okay.